Hey everybody, my name is Fallon Black and this is my sister Courtney Stotzer, and I am currently 9 months pregnant. I'm due in 3 weeks with baby number 6, and this is my second Plexus pregnancy. And Courtney, was your last two or your last one?
So my one before the last one, second to last baby, I was kind of taking Plexus, but I didn't understand the importance of being consistent. So 1.5. We'll call it 1.5.
1.5. Okay, that works. That's perfect. So we are going to share with you guys our favorite supplements because I can tell you that a plexus pregnancy is way different than just a normal pregnancy. And I've had midwives very impressed, always approve of the products and the ingredients, and they want to know how they can get these in the hands of other patients. So we're going to talk about our favorite products and what they have done for us. Of course, any additional nutrition that you get to your baby is going to be super important, not only for your body, because when you have a baby, it literally is sucking every nutrient, every vitamin out of your body. That's what the baby's doing. So when you're not taking the things you need to, that's going to affect you more than it is your baby, which is a good thing for the baby, but a bad thing for us as women.
Yes, exactly. There's nothing worse than feeling extra awful when you're pregnant. Like being pregnant is hard enough. Like we need to be taking extra care of ourselves. Especially because it'll definitely they suck, like you said, they suck the vitamins out. I know I never had cavities in my life until I became pregnant and afterwards. And the dentist said, he said it's probably because you weren't taking enough vitamins. This was with my first baby. You weren't taking enough vitamins and they all went to the baby. So it's really important. And yeah.
It's so important. And I think as women, sometimes we don't take the time. I know I haven't in the past to take care of myself and my body, but you really have to. Especially if you're going to be breastfeeding afterwards, you need to have your body ready to continue giving to that baby, and you need to take care of yourself. So we're going to talk about some of our favorite products here. And I've been doing some research this week on Probio 5 and probiotics and gut health and what that does for your baby. You can reduce the potential for allergies by 50%. This is studies that have been done recently by taking probiotics prenatally. So while you're pregnant and you're on probiotics, that is helping prevent all the peanut allergies, all the strawberry allergies, all the lactose intolerance, all of these things that kids are seemingly born with these days, which is crazy. And if you're taking a probiotic, you're going to prevent those things. You're giving your baby the best start that you can. Eczema, diaper rash. I love it when people post about their baby having a diaper rash because I'm like, stop putting the cream on. You need to get probiotics to your baby. Either put it in the formula or take them yourself to get it in the breast milk. But that's what's going on. The baby eczema, the baby pimples. Our cousin, she had that with her baby and she started on the probiotics and she was breastfeeding and her baby's face cleared up. She didn't have that trouble anymore. And then she was a believer in these products. So I definitely say that Probio 5 is one. I have it sitting right here beside me. So when I'm reading at night, I can remember to take it before bed. And that is one product that I would never skip or skimp on during a pregnancy because it's so important for your baby.
Yes. And now that you mentioned the diaper rash thing, so I think of my first two babies and like looking at them compared to my last two, Rowan and Camilla, the oldest two have had more health issues. They definitely both had diaper rashes. The youngest two haven't had anything wrong with them aside from Rowan hitting a mailbox while he's riding his bike. That's the only ER trip we've ever had or anything happen. And I just have to wonder, and I know for a fact after the research we've done, like it is totally the care I took with my body while I was pregnant. Like that's got to be it.
100% for sure. And you want to talk about what you're telling me, like the puffy face stuff and inflammation and ease and all of that, because I was like, I didn't know this about you in your pregnancies.
Yeah. Okay. So I was comparing, last time I was pregnant, I was comparing different pictures of me pregnant with my first and second, and then Rowan and Camilla. And I was like, And people would say it, but I didn't know if they were just saying it to be nice, but they're like, you don't even look pregnant anywhere but your belly. And it was because I didn't have all this inflammation. When you're pregnant, I just remember my face feeling huge and just like feeling like everything was like just changed and so round on my face. And it was always so weird to me. I was like, why is my face getting like puffy looking? And it's because of inflammation. So when I was pregnant, I would take the Ease capsules, and they have turmeric in them. And I'm super excited about Active. If we ever have another baby, I will be taking that when I'm pregnant because it has even more turmeric in it. And I just don't like coffee when I'm pregnant. So I'm excited to try that. But the Ease was a lifesaver for me. I just didn't have any of the puffiness that I typically had with the other two. So that was really nice because no one wants to feel like their face is blowing up when they're pregnant. Everything else already is.
Yeah, no kidding. And then even just, no, it doesn't matter how much weight you've gained too. So this pregnancy, normally I swell up a lot. I have a lot of swelling, and the midwives, they're always like checking. They're like, oh, your swelling is so great. That's what she keeps telling me this time. And my rings, y'all, they slide off. Like they keep twirling around because they're so loose. And I have been pregnant throughout this entire summer. I used to wear them on a necklace because my fingers were so swollen, and I'd be worried it would get stuck on there. I don't have that at all. My nail guy's like, are your fingers swollen? Why is your ring off? I'm like, no, that's just because I wanted to get my nails done and I didn't want my ring to get wrecked. But I don't have any of that, even though I have gained more weight this time around because I just decided I didn't care about working out this time. Probably not the best pregnancy choice, but this is my first pregnancy where I haven't worked out like a crazy person. So it helps with the swelling, which is important because when you're walking around and your feet feel heavy and everything just feels swollen, like you don't want that. And part of that would be from the Slim too, that also reduces inflammation. And this kind of goes back to the microbiome as well, because Slim has microbiome in it, and you want to have that XOS and the prebiotics and all of those good things to actually feed the probiotics that you are taking. Probiotics in and of themselves are great, but they're so much more effective when you're actually feeding them so they have the good things to grow on, so they can keep populating your gut with all of their good bacteria, and that's so important. My other favorite product, and this is our new one, and I know it's for the kids, but Mega Kids. Courtney knows I'm addicted to mixing my Slim with my Mega Kids. It's so freaking good. I crave this stuff, but that also has microbiome in it. So it's going to help the gut health as well. But I'm pregnant for a boy, and I know that omegas are so important when you're pregnant, especially for a boy, but it's so important for their brain development. But this, there's a lot of research done on this to prevent ADD, ADHD, autism, stuff like that. So researching pregnancy and omegas is huge. And if you don't feel like taking the capsules of Mega X, drink the Mega Kids. It really, really is good mixed in with your Slim. I love it. And I just cannot get enough of that stuff. But the omegas are really going to help with the brain development and giving your baby, again, the best start. And it starts with all of those organs being developed in the womb. You don't want to wait till afterwards. Like this is the time where it's all forming.
Yes. And I know, so the omegas, like you said, we didn't have the Omega Kids when I was pregnant, but I did take the actual Omega capsules that we have, and those are really good. Being a hairstylist, with the first couple kids, I wasn't super into vitamins, but I knew better. But I did start, when I started Plexus, I started taking the vitamins. And being a hairstylist, I knew the importance of taking omegas and stuff like that for your hair. And you know, seeing so many moms come in and be like, oh my gosh, my hair fell out. I don't know why it's falling out after a baby. And I researched it, and there's really nothing you really can do to fix that because it's just part of having a baby sometimes. Some people get it, some people don't, but knowing that taking omegas are really good for your hair and skin and nails, to help it grow even faster when you do have the baby too, as well with the collagen now that we have too. So I really like taking those just to give your body a boost so that while you're pregnant, it's going well. And then afterwards too, just to take care of all of that because you're going to want it.
Yeah, as you go through that postpartum phase where your hair is all falling out, all that gorgeous hair you grew during your pregnancy, it's going to fall out. You're going to want it to grow in faster and stronger than ever. And that is where the collagen is going to come in. That is going to help your hair grow so fast because all of the things that are in there are important for that aspect. So you can't necessarily prevent the hair loss. It's just because we have so many extra hairs while we're pregnant, basically.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and I was looking through before and after pictures, and I have an album just for myself because I bleach my hair like crazy. And after my last baby, these hairs, like I had a bald spot here, guys. And I was looking at my before and after pictures, and still, until I started taking collagen, this section would not grow. I have before pictures. If anyone wants, I can send them to you. My hair was like up to here. And I started taking the collagen and it has finally grown. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So it works and it's visible results.
yes, and I love all of the antioxidants and everything in our beauty collagen. It's not just your typical collagen. It has lots of extra things for your hair, skin, and nails specifically, which is amazing. The other thing that I love about the Slim, which is the pink drink, is for energy. That used to be my biggest complaint. This is baby number 6, but for the last 2 where I have drank my Slim every day, I am not tired at all. It is shocking if I actually have to take a nap. And if I do lay down, it's because I didn't eat well or something's going on with that, or I was literally up all night and got no sleep at all because I was reading or researching or doing something, but it helps the energy. I have taken maybe 3, oh, I'm tired, let me lay down and take a nap this entire pregnancy. It used to be that every day I was tired all the time, and having that blood sugar balance is so important. And another thing on the blood sugar balancing, so my midwife had me checking my blood sugar at home more than just like going in and drinking the sugar drink and checking it once. She wanted me to check throughout the whole week and just be extra cautious with all of that since I'm having a home birth. But I decided to test it out. I'm like, I'm going to eat several bowls of cereal, just all sugar cereal. It was all organic, but I ate it. And then my blood sugar was really high. And I drank my Slim, and it seriously brought it back down to where my blood sugar needed to be really quickly. And then I did another test, and I did it without the Slim, and my sugar stayed high. So it definitely works. And those of you who are numbers people, it works scientifically. You can see the numbers changing. And I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? I love it. So now I'm like, oh, let's check your finger, guys. Let's check everyone's blood sugar. It's just so interesting to me. But the energy and the blood sugar, the prevention of gestational diabetes. We have lots of people who have not been diabetic during their pregnancy that previously would be with all of their other kids because they're on the Slim, and it has helped so much with that. So
Yep. I remember my first 2 pregnancies. The first pregnancy, I took all the naps. I didn't have anything. I mean, I had a job, but like I didn't have any other kids to chase and it was fine. And then I was in for such a rude awakening with my second one. I was like, I can't take naps. This is terrible. And then I remember being so surprised with Rowan and Camilla when I didn't feel drained. I was like, when I was pregnant previous times, I was just like, am I always this tired? Is this normal? Gosh, if I'm this tired after this baby, I'm gonna die. And I did not have that with those 2. I was actually able to get everything done and not just like lay around feeling exhausted. And I mean, I love that. Like that's like one thing, like you just can't replace those feelings because I mean when you're pregnant you're already feeling pregnant, but you shouldn't feel so drained and tired and have to catch up on things because you took a nap. Instead you can just get everything done that you normally would do. So I really liked that.
yeah, 100%. And then also with the blood sugar balance, this is going to help if you are breastfeeding. It's going to help you produce more milk. We've never had a milk production problem because our blood sugar is so balanced. So your hormones are able to work like they're supposed to, and you're not going to dry up early or have a lack of milk for your baby. It's just so important to have your blood sugar balance for that postpartum as well as postpartum depression. And we have a large group of people who have gotten on the product specifically because of postpartum depression. And if you research probiotics alone and postpartum depression, you're going to find so much. So Probio 5, Vital Biome, those are definitely key to feeling happy and not having those after the baby blues. And that's when you want to feel your best. You don't want to be sad. You want to feel alive.
Yep. I had the postpartum depression after the first baby, didn't know what it was. Second baby, I had a home birth and they recommended them and I tried them and I was like, the placenta pills. Sorry, I didn't say what I was talking about. So I got placenta pills with the second baby and I was like, this is magic. These are great. I can't believe I did pregnancy postpartum without them, right? And then third and fourth baby, I didn't even need them. I was like, this is great. I don't even feel the need to take something to balance me out or help me feel better. I just feel like myself and I don't feel stressed out and anxious and like uptight or sad or any of it. Like, so amazing.
I remember you doing the placenta encapsulation. And so I did with my last baby with Leiden, and I didn't need it. I didn't need it either. Like went through all the work and had it all there. And I just never needed it because I was on my probiotics and I was on my Slim and I felt absolutely amazing. So
yep.
Definitely.
I still have a bunch in my freezer. Never used them.
I threw them away. I did throw something away. I threw those away. But you guys, those are our recommendations. If you have trouble with constipation too, or morning sickness, BioCleanse can help with that as well because it's a really bioavailable form of magnesium. I found that the Probio 5 was good, so I'm regular in the bathroom and I don't have any trouble with any of that. But you just want to make sure you're taking care of you. The other best purchase I made for this whole pregnancy was a big Yeti, and it still has ice in it like 24 hours later, and you have to drink tons of water when you're pregnant. So that will help with all of the other things as well. So don't forget your supplements. Don't forget your water. Courtney's laughing at me because I love this thing and I talk about it all the time. It makes me so happy.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do to remember drinking water. I mean, when you're busy and you're pregnant and you're already a mom, if you are, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's a lot to remember to fill up a cup 5 times a day.
It really is. I can't remember to do that. And I like it nice and cold when I get to it. So, all right, you guys, hope this was helpful for you. And if you're pregnant, we hope you get on these supplements, or if you're considering it anytime in the near future, get on them in advance so they're already in your system and you're already feeling amazing.
Yes. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.